Good afternoon. Laws of Pesach, Siman Tafayim Beis, 472, Yud Gimel 13. Afilu ani hamisparnis min tzedakah yimkor malbusho o yilva o yaschir atzmo bishvil yain la'arba kosos. Even a pauper, a poor person who's supported on the public dole, he's supported with charity. Even he should either sell his clothes or borrow money, or he should rent himself out in order that he should be able to buy wine for the 4 cups. We see how important the 4 cups are, that even a poor person has to even sell his clothes to get the 4 cups. That's how important the mitzvah is. Afilu ani, says the Mishnah Berurah, umisha ein lo ela arba kosos achar hamaziga. Somebody who only has 4 cups. Let's say after you fill up your 4 cups, we mentioned that back in the day they had very potent wine that they would have to mix. We don't really mix our wine nowadays, but let's say you only have 4 cups. So what do? Do you have it all the first night? Do you have it all the second night? Do you split it up? So Yikachem Hakol Lalayla Rishona, says the Mishnah Berurah, you should use them all for the first night. It's actually a funny story. One year, for some reason, we forgot to buy wine. I don't know how that happened, but luckily our neighbor, very kind neighbor of ours, works for Kedem, so he was able to spot us for the wine for that evening. But if you only have 4 cups of wine between the 2 nights, have them all the first night. V'ner beso adif me'arba kosos. Now let's say you have a choice between lighting the candles for your house, the Yontiv candles, or the 4 cups. What do you choose? Both are rabbinic mitzvahs. So the answer is, you should choose the Ner Beso, to have your house lit up. Mishum Shalom Bayis, because the reason we like the Shabbos candles, the Yontiv candles, is because of Shalom Bayis, that there should be harmony in the house. People shouldn't be bumping into each other and fighting. So Shalom Bayis is more important. Umisha in lo elo shtayim. Mishalos kosas, one who has 2 or 3 cups. Look, he says to look in the Magen Avram. Taf Pei Gimel, Ech Inak, how you should act. I took a look there, but I couldn't find it. Okay, Yimkor Mabusho, so it says a poor person should sell his clothes to get the 4 cups. Hainu, Im HaGabayim Lo Nasun. That means if the Gabayim, the people in charge of the synagogue, to help out the poor people, if they don't give him. Afal Pikein Ein Lo Liftar Atzmi, he's not pater, because really, if there's a poor person in the community, the synagogue's responsibility is to provide him with the 4 cups. So if, Baruch Hashem, I think even though there are people now going through tough times, I think most here have enough to get 4 cups of wine. If not, please reach out to me. We can work something out. I'll get you 4 cups. But it's the synagogue's responsibility, or the gabayim in the synagogue, to provide 4 cups of wine. Says the Mishnah Berurah is surprised there are certain places they're not so careful at this to make sure that poor people have the needs for the Seder. It's a clear responsibility of the community to make sure the poor people have their Yontiv needs in the 4 cups taken care of, and thank God we have a lot of organizations of Jews helping others to make sure that they have their Yontiv preparations. But if unfortunately you don't have the ability, please reach out to me. La'arba koso shal yayin o chamer medina, of wine or of a important social drink, like we mentioned the other day. Va'arba kosos nitkenu keneged arba l'shon shavula. What are the 4 cups? Why do we have 4 cups? The reason is because there are 4 expressions of redemption that are mentioned in the Torah. Va'otzesi eschem, I took you out. Va'tzalti eschem, I saved you. V'ga'alti eschem, I redeemed you. V'lakachti eschem, and I took you out. Because of those 4 expressions of redemption, we have 4 cups of wine at the Seder. Okay, Yud Daled. Gam hanashim chayavos ba'arba kosos. Women are also obligated in the 4 cups. Ubechol mitzvahs hanogas b'os halayla, and they're required to do every mitzvah the night of the Seder. Now, why would we think women are exempt from these mitzvahs? Because women, we know, the Gemara in Kedushin says that women are exempt from most time-bound commandments. Any mitzvah which is dependent on time, women are exempt. For example, tefillin. Tefillin have to be worn during the day, so women are exempt. They don't have to fulfill the mitzvah. So the Seder, that's also a time-bound mitzvah. It happens once a year. So what's the difference here? Why are women actually required? The avshehu mitzvah shezman grama mikol makam chayavos she'af hein hayabos, because women were also included in the miracle of the leaving of Egypt. So since they were included in the miracle, the women are also obligated to drink the 4 cups, and also kigon Mishnah Berurah says go matzah, they have to eat the matzah, umar v'amiras haggadah, and they have to say the haggadah, and they have to eat the maror. So women are the same as men when it comes to fulfilling the obligations of the evening of Pesach. And with that, we will finish for today. Have a great, enjoyable rainy day.